evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? They say the knife was evidence in a case and it was stolen from the department's evidence room. I'm doing good, thank you very much. Really taxing my brain with this game. There's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. So what are we supposed to present then? Stolen from the department's evidence room. Let's just question this again. His knife was stolen, but on the day of the murder. There was evidence, you say? Was it in fact a murder weapon? Yep. Okay. Missed what happened. What question did we pick? We asked where the victim was found, and he said he couldn't tell us, but it did say the crime took place in the evidence room. To get a little from the death word and the evidence room the game is talking about. Yeah, a lot of these cases are all about murder. So to me, I think he's saying the same victim. It's the same victim. This guy was killed there, not here. This is coming back to my theory that Detective Goodman was killed in the police department. In fact, I think that might have been the knife that was used to kill him. And then stuffed into the car's muffler. And then they put that knife there to frame... Maybe they were trying to frame originally Edgeworth. Because why do this with Edgeworth's car and the knife in Edgeworth's thing? In fact, they were probably trying to frame both of them, because it's her scarf as well. Edgeworth shouldn't even be allowed to be part of this case since his car is part of the investigation. Yep, but this game doesn't have that kind of logic. So maybe we have to object to the last statement with the knife. No, the music didn't stop. Damn it! This is the wrong one again. Call for a mistrial. Exactly. No, nothing faulty. Damn it! The trouble is, we know what problem is, but we don't know which pieces to push together. So what do I object with what here? So we've questioned everything. Let's just talk about the thing one more time, the murder. Try pressing the last statement again? I could try that, yeah. So let's ask him another question about this. I like how he says we'll only do one question, but you get to ask him 3 times, and he's like, oh, I'll only answer 1. Tell us one thing, when the victim died. So when did the murder at the police department occur? That's a sharp question, Wright. Very sharp. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. The time of the crime was 2:15. Scary coincidence, eh? Not officially linked to the case, so we can't talk much about it. So let's press him again. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. So this is giving us something different now. It usually doesn't do this. The connection between these 2 cases has already been proven. Huh, you don't say. Well, out with it, Wright. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number of the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in the very same evidence room. Indeed. There don't seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. It does have a weird order of how to do things, yeah. You two make a good pair. I like how he takes these long, intense pauses and then he's like, haha. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. But we're smarter. Chief, I request you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information, unofficially? You know, just slip it under the table. We'll pick it up from there. Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What, really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim to the department. Okay. Doesn't need better men, doesn't he? If you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can get out of him. Here we go. ID number. How about you tell me the victim's ID number? Is it by any chance, let's see, 5842189? Sure, why not? It's not like you'd be able to tell who it is from that. Exactly. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all, but yeah, keep a tight lid on the ID numbers so they don't get getting your hopes up. The number is... Yes. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these, it drives me nuts. 82, can't do it. Seriously, Judge, you know, it's been scientifically proven that the average person can at least remember a minimum of 4 numbers in a sequence before memory failure starts kicking in, without like repeating it to rehearse it and remember it. If you hear a number, if you hear like a string of numbers, you're always generally guaranteed to at least remember the first 4, and then more as well if your brain is geared that way. You didn't even get the first number right. The biggest brain. Whoop. Yep. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim and the police department, 5842-189. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered in the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just I got confused. What? And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. Wait, what? The police department, the prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? Do I look like a cop? Hey Yuri, how's it going? Your brain's not big enough for numbers. Yeah, some people can't remember them and other people can. Some people can remember like long sequences. Some can only remember like 2 or 3 out of a sequence, and then you start jumbling them up. Use muscle memory on a 10 key and it'll make it easy for you. You might not remember the numbers, but the positions. That's a good way to do it. Yeah, visual memory. Best you can do is muscle memory for playing a trumpet. Oh no. You were lurking but trying to help. No problem if you want to lurk away as well. Thank you very much for popping up though. Can't even remember my own phone number. Took me a long time to remember mine actually, but that's because you never phone your own phone number. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember. This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. He's so happy about that. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. You have to think about your phone number. I still remember my old student ID number from Barnsley College, because we had to enter it into the computers to log in, and they used to log you out after 5 minutes of not moving anything, so I had to do it a lot. So eventually I managed to commit it to memory, and I still remember it to this day. I used to use it for passwords sometimes, and then I used to jumble it up and do variants of it. You don't phone your own number, but you do give it out. I never gave people my number much, to be honest. That's why I never remembered it. Wait. That ID number we heard from the chief earlier, that started with 82. I've forgotten. Judge, come on. You didn't even get the first number right again. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, Wright. What does this... Oh, for God's sake, these people are the densest people in the world. Mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? We're actually only dealing with one murder. Ah, ho, ho, sharp as a tack, righto, sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. Apparently not. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time and in completely different locations? You still remember your student ID? Yeah. Oh, here we go. No, what I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Edgeworth really wants to know why he's out of the loophole this time. Remember, you issued your rifle serial number in about 5 minutes, and you recall it at any time, and you still know it after 10 years? Wow, cool. Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Now just wait a second, Worthy, no need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error, Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How? How dare you? We informed you yesterday, I believe it was our officer Meekins who brought you the news. That's right, and he dismissed him. He was like, I don't have time to deal with you, Meekins, get the hell out of here. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Yeah, remember Mr. Super Salute? Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief of... sir, I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me, he said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if the officer was capable of making the connection. Yeah, he did seem challenged. I know, Edgy's pupils were just jittering around like... Rrr. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But, sir, You could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... Hello? There we go. No such luck this time, Worthy, or should I say unworthy. They're clearly trying to sabotage him, aren't they? This was intentional sabotage. This is a trap that's been laid for him because they don't like him. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law, Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Time for food? Ooh, nice. Enjoy. Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. He intentionally came here knowing there was one and he wanted us to prove it. He couldn't come and say, this is relevant. The connection was just proven by Righto over there. Good job, Righto, my boy. Thanks. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. Oh! Oh, poor Edgeworth. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. The judge doesn't seem to know the law at all. No, they need everybody else to explain it to them. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, what with all these rumours. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologise for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. Be careful with those words, Edgeworth. You better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. No, don't feel sorry for him, Ema. I mean, what they just described is not how evidence is presented in the real world. Yeah, this game's got its own system, hasn't it? I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in this history of this court. You know, actually, it contradicts itself as well, because they literally have moments where evidence just gets dropped into the court at random, and they're like, oh, we have this. And it's like, well, okay, but now they've said, no, you can't do that if it's not been submitted to the court before the trial. So, yeah. I will grant one further day, as the prosecution has requested. That will be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honour. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned. That's it, yeah, the evidence has to be available to both sides. It's got to be done in advance. And Edgeworth shouldn't be there, yes. He should even be a suspect. He should be a potential co-conspirator. I can't remember how he alibied out. I think it was just a case of I arrived, went up to my office, and then maybe his secretary just vouched for him and said, oh, he wasn't there. But still, his knife, his car, and he looked very sheepish about it whenever we asked him about it. Oh yeah, TV court dramas also get it wrong. I mean, they've got to dramatize things. So, Mr. Wright, what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Oh, we all are. Well, let's see, what is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 PM on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot, the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes away by car. Yes, which again brings me back to this here that I was pointing out since the beginning of the stream. Date and time of death, February 21st, between 4 PM and 5:30 PM. Loss of blood from chest wound. That's actually been rewritten. Because it said... Or is it in this one? Yeah, here, died within an hour and a half of 4 PM, opening up the possibility that he was actually stabbed anything as early as 4 p.m. and then he bled to death in the back of that car and then was discovered at the prosecutor's office. He was killed over there, or he was fatally stabbed there, died in transit, and then was discovered. There's a good reason there's a disclaimer in the game booklet saying this is fictional, known not to reproduce the techniques in court. Really? Oh, cool. I say we throw the book at Edgeworth. Yes, find the biggest, heaviest book and just chuck it at his head. Well, that's what we're going to find out, or at least try. Alright, let's do it. Deepers, hello. How are you? Good to see you. I'm glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw a battle royale out there. Everybody's involved. Enjoy. That's called battery. Actually, we could throw a battery at him now that you mention it. I'm doing good, thank you very much. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright, huh? Look, we're in this together, right? Right. I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits. It's called street justice. They shoot you for that in Texas. You look good in orange. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there, who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room, no biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing, I know it. Well, if she did, then she wouldn't have actually stuffed the murder weapon in her own scarf and put it in Edgeworth's car exhaust. You're delayed so hard right now? Yeah, I can imagine. I think you'd look fabulous in any colour. You would, Alchemist. You absolutely would. Oh no. No, I'm not even going to read that. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the scene of the crime? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in the oil drum washed it all away. Hee. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What is that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is... luminal testing fluid. Luminal? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Erica is redeeming a large waste of points there. Fun fact, there's still an active law in Texas that states you catch someone messing with your horse or livestock, you can hang them without trial on spot. Wow. Oh my god. Did the big way too friendly gumshoe die? No, he's alive. This is a different detective that got killed. That's the guy that's been killed is a guy called Detective Goodman. Okay, give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor, I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking with it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Oh god. To test for blood reactions, spray the luminol on it. Like this. Psst. Press enter to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. Oh my god. There was blood. Oh, it's like Blade Runner. Yes, enhanced 42 to 27. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So this is a bloodstain? It's so... Emma, you're shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Especially blood that glows. Entering forensic mode. Now this is some CSI shit, yes. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, We definitely know that this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd, scientifically speaking, of course? What's odd about this, scientifically? Well, the amount of it for a start, it's just a few drops. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. That's like he stepped in a whole puddle of it. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans where we find bloodstains, okay? See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Right. Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I save up all my allowance to buy that. Oh. Luminal testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Ema Sky. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all the evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah. Feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ah! Oh no, she's here. Wait, you can just buy luminol? I guess so. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. It'd probably make it taste a bit gross. Miss Starr. You only trust your own eyes, hmm? Not bad, you two. Well, I didn't trust you for a start. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's day old? Nah, I don't want day old raw fish, thank you very much. That's got to be like an hour fresh at most, otherwise no thanks. You remember this case now? Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. Let's chat to her. So, about today's trial. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss St- No, don't apologise. She lied. She perjured herself. No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from the security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. It was very convincing still. I was wrong to think that, sorry. Sorry, you lied on a witness stand. That's unforgivable. Lick. You can get it on Amazon? Really? Wow. What would a regular citizen have use of that for? Yeah. It's not like something you'd need every day. I mean, maybe there's another use for it. I don't know. That's weird. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Well, technically, no, it doesn't, because now we learned he was stabbed in the police station, so you're still even more of a bigger liar. Ah. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. Here's what I think she saw, though. I think she saw her getting Goodman out of the car and pulling the knife out. I think that's what she did. I think she pulled the knife out of him. Not stabbed into him. She thought she went stab and in and out. Erica, I believe that was King Pulsar requested that.